Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
So what did your family argue about this year at Thanksgiving? My uncle pulled the old, cut a square right in the middle of the pie, trick to be funny and mom lost her shit. I just read your comment to my wife, a pie baker, and she said, almost with bass in her voice, don't FCK with the pie. Quote, I am by no means a pie baker, but after successfully baking a pumpkin cheesecake that took more than 7 hours, 1 hour prep, 4.5 hours baking, 2 hours cooling in the oven after baking, to make, I would be livid if someone cut a square out of the center. Someone turned off the oven when the turkey was cooking. We ended up eating 2 hours later than planned. The culprit has yet to come forward. We had our undercooked turkey 1 year and also 8 hours later. That was also the year I drank 5 imperial stouts in a 4-ish hour span. I don't remember eating that night. My elderly father now makes a weird whistling noise when he breathes. A debate broke out about whether or not it was audible. It was team hearing aid versus team no hearing aid. Melting face, I've been having this argument with my elderly relatives for the past year. Me, you are wheezing when you walk. Aunt, no I'm not. Uncle, I don't hear her wheezing, she doesn't do that. Both have moderate hearing loss and don't wear their aids. They act like I'm making it up and like I'm accusing my aunt of something rather than pointing out a symptom I think they should mention to her doctor. My cousin claimed that there were 100% some birds that were also mammals. We discussed biological taxonomy for about 15 minutes. We argued about whether ham is also a bird. We all know it's not, but 2 of us knew it would irritate the others. Then we gerrymandered ourselves so that the districts were 50-50 on ham being a bird. Everything about this comment and even your username make me immediately admire you. Congrats. That's not true because birds aren't real. They are government spies. Please tell me they were confused about monotremes. Please, please. I am fighting AI slop at work and can only withstand so much, 6 to 7, at home. Give me hope. Make me believe they had echidna confusion. I need to hold on to the hope they were thinking of platypi. I need this. I hope the ocean is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope. My family argued about the correct plural of platypus, platypuses by the way, as it's a Greek word, not Latin. My Phil was upset because my wife and I bought the $90 honey-baked ham and we make so much dollar, we should have got the $130. He ate turkey and not a slice of our ham. Just more for me. Your Phil can visually track name-branded ham product prices by configuration. Isn't that a little, IDK, obsessive? He had a barcode scanner app on his phone and was price checking as people walked in the door. Alcoholic aunt was sneaking fireball shooters, her husband ratted her out. You can guess how that went. I took a half a gummy before going to the in-laws. I believe it slows my eye roll to a barely perceptible amount. I fucking forgot mine. I raw dogged that dinner. Pensive face. Stay classy, Tante Elaine. Lol, I also have a Tante Elaine. She likes her beers. My nephew told me the moon landing wasn't real and there are no satellites in space. When I requested source material, he cited YouTube. You can literally see the ISS in a telescope and you can shine a laser at the moon and get the reflection back from the thingy we left there. I'm tired and might have had a little bit to drink so I can't remember what it is, but I know we can shine a laser at it. Russia even did it once to verify that we did it. Maybe he's young, but the fact that Russia conceded that we did it during that time in history should be enough to verify that we did in fact go to the moon. Edit, thanks guys, we left mirrors. Retroreflectors, the mirror rays left behind during the Apollo 11, 14, and 15 missions. We had 5 more moon landings after the first. And I agree that Russia conceding the landing is proof itself. Moon landing deniers are wild. My niece is a cheating cheater at Uno and we collectively won't stand for it. Greater than sad face. Mashed potatoes. My husband has been putting rosemary in the mashed potatoes recently and it absolutely overpowers them. I haven't said anything because he was doing the cooking and I know when to keep my big yap shut even though mashed potatoes are one of my favorite things. So, for Thanksgiving I was doing the planning and grocery shopping and did not buy any rosemary. I was so happy as I was going to have mashed potatoes my way for Turkey Day. Well, he got sent to the grocery store for something that was forgotten and the sneaky fucker bought some rosemary and put them in the mashed potatoes unbeknownst to me. No, my plans foiled. Mashed potatoes ruined. That's when my secret loathing of his mashed potatoes was revealed and, well, he was highly offended that I had pretended to like his rosemary mashed potatoes. Thus, the mashed potato war of 2025 began. I didn't eat the offensive potatoes and he had a heaping helping. We're both currently too stuffed to continue the battle, but we might go for round 2 when it's time for leftovers. I am on your side. Rosemary needs to be used sparingly if at all. All I can taste right now is rosemary. It's been 4 hours. This is the plot to a sitcom. I'd watch the hell out of this episode. I'm 75. Actually, it was a pretty peaceful Thanksgiving. The only troubles occurred early today. I am partially disabled and a widower and live with a 44-year-old daughter and her family. This morning her husband was sleeping in late as something went on at his job where he ended up working an extra shift and worked until 5 a.m. this morning. Daughter was busy as heck getting things ready for the big meal and her two kids, teens, still remaining at home were being uncooperative about helping by doing some lighthouse cleaning. And it was lighthouse cleaning, so Grandpa decided he'd had enough of lazy teens, and put in his 2 cents worth. I will admit I was not real pleasant about it, but the chores got done promptly and nobody died. So, no harm, no foul, which was good because shortly after their older sister arrived to check to see if her mom needed help. And if she'd seen her younger SIBS sitting on their asses, she can be much worse than I am. Otherwise just a little drama over the fact that one of our guests today was a teen boy that my 17-year-old granddaughter does not like. One of those silly teen things. In the past she tried to interest him, and instead he ended up dating her best friend. She's been pissy about that since. So she made a big thing of how she'd not talk to him or be civil while he was in our home. And went into a rant about how she could not even stand seeing his face. How dare her mother invite him? Well, he is one of the 2 sons of a family friend. A guy whose wife ran off with another man and left the boys with him. He's been doing his best the past year, trying to be a good parent while also needing to work. Can cook, if it's simple. Daughter and Sil invited him and the boys to our home for Thanksgiving. He's a good guy. His sons are decent boys. I've seen him at their worst and at their best. The good far outweighs the other. So, shortly before they arrived my daughter, having had enough of her daughter bad-mouthing the one, took her off to a private room. Now, I don't know what was said in there, but it was obviously a one-way conversation, and a loud one. Knowing daughter, granddaughter got reminded that it was not her house, that she were acting like a child, and the big hammer. Granddaughter was probably reminded that civil behavior was a requirement and that her having a car and driving was a privilege, not a right. Lol, that reminder works on her every time. That gal loves her car and being able to drive places and see friends. We live rural, so walking to see her friends would take a while. Anyway, she did get her shit together by the time everyone arrived. And actually was quite pleasant during the event. So, it was a good Thanksgiving. 15 people all together. And after there was a group playing Monopoly, another group on the Xbox. And us adults chatting for a couple hours and playing with my 2-year-old great-grandson. Our 4 German shepherds did get a very special Thanksgiving meal themselves. I even remembered to give my pet turtle, Freddy, a nice crisp piece of apple and part of a banana. The sob is up to the size of a small dinner plate these days. Maybe 7 to 7.5 inches at the shell. A red-eared slider. I love all this so much, and as an Australian who knows nothing of Thanksgiving, I would totally come and spend it with you and yours. Well, I very much enjoyed reading your story. Give Freddy a pet for me. Ty. Consider it done. Actually, I let him out to wander the house, but it was too busy for him. He kept trying to hide under a couch, so I put him back in his aquarium. He was much happier. He's more of a one-on-one socializer. Very rare to get the 75M side of this kind of story. On this platform, we would usually get granddaughter worried about the boy, car, or at best, exhausted mom's POV on the shenanigans. Love it. Happy Thanksgiving to you. The gettin' long in the tooth. This year's argument was gout. Whose was worse, best treatments, what causes it, and more what doesn't based on what the arguer eats. Gout mafia demanding the one with active flare-up see a doctor. Was one team colchicine and the other team allopurinol. OMG open mouth smile. Yes. That I'm a loser for having 3 dogs and no relationship. Coming from a grown-ass man-child, uncle, who's 35 years old and a deadbeat father living with his parents, my grandparents. Also has no job, bought a brand new Tacoma last year and doesn't pay rent. I on the other hand have no kids, was able to buy my own house, and yes I am single. I'm busy focusing on my career. But that's bad because I'm single. And while my grandparents defended the shit talking saying how I needed to find a man, I took the food that I made, and walked out of the house and came home to my dog's smiley face. Petty yes, but fuck that. Edit, thank you to everyone for the kind words and encouragement. It took me a very long time to grow up and be able to stand up for myself. I hope you all had a better Thanksgiving, whether alone or with loved ones. Again thank you all Red Heart. For dog tax, haha I just found that out. I'm hoping this link works for your smiling face with tear. But here are the PUPPERS. https://www.reddit.com/r/germanshepherds/s/d9hourgemmed. Please tell me that you listed those out loud for him in front of everyone. Oh you damn right I did, but I was told to shut the hell up from my grandfather, his father, because he didn't want to hear shit. We got about 10 minutes into Thanksgiving before Grandpa's land came up. Do tell, what's up with Grandpa's land? Apparently there's some disagreement about how Grandpa's land should be divided. Uncle thinks one way, Aunt thinks another. It's a classic Thanksgiving land feud. My mill got mad at my Phil because he added too much turkey stock to the gravy to thin it out. That's a valid crash out. You can fix it though. Cornstarch.